Alright guys, because there is a lot of people that watch this channel that have actually liked our previous unboxings on the TWS earphones from the Temu website, we thought we would try and get as many TWS earphones as we can at a very low price for around about £20. So we're going to see how many we can actually get. We're going to do some research. I'm going to get on the Temu website just now. Come on. Specifically, we looked for units that featured a digital battery display and a distinct aesthetic. After an extensive search of the Temu marketplace, we selected these 6 sets, having spent the last 4 months rigorously testing each pair. I've gone ahead and ranked them from the most underwhelming to the most impressive. In 6th place, we have the J889s. They come equipped with a compact, durable charging case, featuring a USB-C port and a comprehensive digital battery readout. The case requires approximately 1 hour and 15 minutes to reach full capacity and provides 2 full recharges of the earbuds on the go. Regarding the earbuds themselves, and this applies to most of these generic models, they are often rebranded across different Temu storefronts, though the internal hardware remains identical. While they utilise a Bluetooth 5.3 chip. But the design is somewhat uninspired. They feature a neutral profile with medium-sized stems, but they do offer a secure, comfortable fit with swappable ear tips for passive noise isolation. However, the audio fidelity is severely lacking. The bass is minimal and lacks any type of impact, while the high frequencies are overly soft. The mid-range is excessively recessed, causing vocals to sound distant and thin. Furthermore, the maximum volume is quite low, making them unsuitable for noisy environments. I also noted a slight audio imbalance in the left ear and significant latency during media streaming. Battery life is equally disappointing, yielding only 1 hour and 29 minutes of playback at maximum volume. On a positive note, the touch controls are arguably the best in this group, featuring a logical layout for playback, volume, and voice assist. So for example, them touch controls comprise of 1 press on either earbud for play, pause, call, answering, 2 presses on either earbud for the volume up and down, 3 presses on either earbud for the next and previous track selection, with a 1-second hold for the voice assist. Tell me a fact of the day.
Here is your fact for March 16th. Did you know that due to the high temperature involved, glass can naturally form when lightning strikes sand?
Oh, very interesting. Yes, the touch controls are almost perfect, but I personally do prefer 2 presses on either earbud for the next track or previous track, and 3 presses for the volume controls.
Okay, so this is an example of what the microphones are going to sound like with these particular earphones when using them in conjunction to your mobile phone and making any type of voice calls, or in fact using them for FaceTime. The microphone pickup's not too bad, actually quite impressive. And you know what, latency isn't an issue here, but one thing I would note with all of the earphones that I've got today is there is no ENC or ANC whatsoever, no.
So yep, the J889s come in dead last with our score of just 2 out of 10, and that is placing them within a low budget category, costing us only £2.24. That's around about $2.98 in US dollars. Moving to 5th place, we have the Pro 80s. These feature a slightly bulkier charge case that remains pocket friendly. Disappointingly, this model utilises a dated micro USB charging port. The case does offer a pleasant aesthetic with LED edge illumination during charging, which takes roughly 90 minutes. The display shows a single percentage for the case, while the earbuds use red LED indicators to signal charging status. These particular earphones do offer auto pairing via Bluetooth 5.3, but I did encounter a significant privacy and interference issue because several TWS earbuds in our household share similar hardware IDs, the Pro 80s frequently attempted to pair to my partner's device. Basically, when I interacted with my earbuds, it would inadvertently pause videos on her phone, which raised concerns about connection security. In terms of design, they follow a familiar AirPod silhouette. The fit is adequate, but obviously because of that design, they do lack a proper acoustic seal. The sound signature is bass light, especially noticeable with hip-hop tracks, though those highs are decently well balanced. Unfortunately though, the overall output lacks power, and the 200 milliseconds latency makes watching online content a jarring experience. They are perhaps significant for podcasts, but very much little else. On the upside, we achieved a respectable 4 hours 40 minutes of usage time, but when it comes to microphone quality...
Okie dokie, so this is what it's going to sound like using the Pro 80s, using those microphones when making any type of FaceTime calls or voice calls. The microphone quality is very much muffled, not great whatsoever. And you know what, there's clearly a latency issue when it comes to lip sync too. And again, there's no ENC here, so you can hear all of the background noise. And with that muffled voice pickup, nope, not that great, to be honest.
The touch controls, I've got to say, they are a bit erratic compared to the J889s. They are honestly quite mixed matched. Got one press on either earbud for play, pause, call answering. 2 presses for the volume adjustment, which, by the way, if you press the right earphone, it actually turns the volume down. And you press the left earphone, it turns the volume up. And not only that, we've got a 1-second hold on either earbud to change the track selection, with 3 taps for the voice assist. These touch controls are certainly all over the place and not very memorable. Our score for the Pro 80 earphones, we scored them 3 out of 10, again placing them within that very low budget price category. In 4th place is the WOSD J35s. This model features a unique, super bright white charging case with a sliding lid mechanism. While visually striking, the lid feels somewhat flimsy and maybe more of a short-lived gimmick than a durable feature. The earbuds are teardrop shaped and sit within the charge case that displays both the case percentage and individual earbud levels behind that mirrored front screen. The J35s claim a Bluetooth 5.4 connection, but they suffered from frequent instability, occasionally unpairing from my TV without provocation. The ergonomic teardrop design is contoured to fit the inner ear, which provides a secure feel, though they may feel uncomfortable for those with smaller ears. Unfortunately, no spare ear tips included. Nope. But musically, the J35s feel almost obsolete, as the bass is non-existent. The highs are flat, and the mid-range is overly forward to the point of being overbearing. Sibilance is harsh with S sounds, and is a persistent issue with vocal heavy tracks. The audio is definitely not going to make you get up and boogie, with 100 milliseconds of latency when watching videos, etc. You'll be pleased to know that the charge case is Type-C charged. To charge the case, it will take 1 hour 40 minutes, with 2.5 recharges of the earbuds while on the go. Usage time, we got 3 hours 20 minutes using 100% volume consistently, and it would take 1 hour 40 minutes to charge those earbuds from flat. The microphone quality?
So when it comes to the WOSD J35 earphones, as you can 100% tell, my voice pickup sounds very tinny. Not only that, quite muffled too. And again, no ENC when it comes to these mics on these earphones, but they're quite adequate for basic voice calls, but not very great for video calls, I'm afraid. No.
When it comes to the touch controls, they were almost spot on. We got 1 press on either earbud for play, pause, call answering, 2 presses for the next and previous track selections, although again those controls were opposite. So if we press the right earbud twice, it would go to the previous track rather than the next. And that's the same with the volume up and down too. Pressing the right earphone 3 times turns the volume down. We've also got that 2-second hold for the voice assistant. And in whole, the WOSD J35 earbuds are not that bad. They certainly tried to have a unique design concept, but at times do look rather cheap. Again, the earphones are secure, the case is compact, but the audio is definitely not the best at all, with these WOSD earphones costing us £3.48, and our score today, well, we've rated them 3 out of 10. Third place goes to the MD158 TWS gaming earphones. The charge case with these earphones are more robust than previous models and features a transparent lid, allowing you to view the Wolf Eye style charging lights on the earbuds. It charges via USB Type-C in 90 minutes and provides 2 full recharges of the earphones. The design of the earbuds are certainly unique, featuring a boomerang style stem. They are by far the longest in this test group, but they do provide a surprisingly good acoustic seal and very comfortable fit, though those touch controls are overly sensitive and prone to accidental triggers. The audio quality is a mixed bag. The bass is quite mild, even on tracks where it should be prominent, and those high frequencies also lack energy. The mid-range tends to overpower the rest of the spectrum, while gaming mode is intended to improve the experience, but it felt largely ornamental, and we actually didn't notice any difference when that gaming mode was indeed selected. The microphone quality?
Microphones are absolutely rubbish. As you can tell, my voice is very much muffled. Not only that, quite choppy. Very basic mics are not good for voice calls or video calls too. So there's no point even talking about ENC. These earphones, they're absolutely rubbish when it comes to any type of voice calls.
The touch controls, they are certainly a mixed bag. We've got the usual 1 press on either earphone for play, pause, call answering, 2 presses on either earphone for the volume adjustment, which is the opposite. Again, when you press the volume down, it turns the volume up, and it's the same for the opposite side. But they did get the track selection correct. 3 presses on either earphone for the previous and next track selections, with 4 presses on either earphone to switch between music and game mode. For me, the audio quality is not stand out enough. They may be good for a backup pair of earphones, to throw in your locker at work, but certainly won't be my preferred choice. The case will charge the earbuds in just under 1 hour 10 minutes, with a full music playback time of 2 hours 30 minutes, using 100% volume consistently. Yeah, not too bad, but however, for £3.48, they serve as a competent backup pair of earphones for podcasts or casual office use. In second place, we have the new Senyang Bluetooth 5.4 earbuds. Now, full disclosure here, we did lose one earbud during the final stages of testing, but the performance overall was pretty much impressive. Both the case and earbuds are dimutive, featuring a bright white eggshell texture, and that case does provide a full digital readout for all components. The charging speed is exceptional, with the earbuds reaching full capacity in under 50 minutes. They do sit securely in our ear and do look quite sophisticated with those short stems. Musically, while the bass remains minimal, it is smooth rather than distorted. The highs are crisp and clear, though the mids are slightly aggressive. Vocal ballads can occasionally suffer from sibilance, and there is a noticeable 200 milliseconds delay during video playback. The mic quality is the best quality yet, after testing many types of TWS earphones from the Temu website. Now, this is surprising. These new Senyang earphones are by far the best when it comes to microphone pickup. Nice voice pickup, very crisp and clear, no latency issues whatsoever, so lip sync is great. But again, unfortunately, they suffer from no ENC. That is to be expected within this price range, I'm afraid. The touch controls comprise of 1 press on either earphone for the play, pause, call answering function, 2 presses on either earphone for the next and previous track selections. Again, those selections are opposite each other, so when you tap the right earphone, it actually goes to the previous track. And that's the same with the volume up and down too. Pressing the right earphone turns the volume down, with a 1-second hold for the voice assist function. Yes, those touch controls are totally mixed up, but the usage time? We got 2 hours 24 minutes, with the case providing just below 2 full recharges while on the go. So with that case, you will get enough boost for almost a full working shift. But one thing I'd like to say is the earphones do look great. They don't have the worst, but don't have the best audio quality. They're somewhere in between within a low budget category. They are very compact, with that nice, sexy case. Ooh. So yes, we have gave the new Senyang Earbuds a handsome 5 out of 10, but in first and final place, and arriving at the price of just £2.62, it is the highly unique M25s.
What is that?
The charge case is substantial, it is quite big, featuring a cigarette lighter style, flipped open top that feels incredibly solid and magnetically secure. I mean, it's your preference really, but nevertheless the case has a very solid shell. It features a detailed LED interface and even doubles as a power bank, yes. While you definitely won't get a full phone charge out of it, the percentage does drop rapidly when charging your smartphone. Yes, in under 80 seconds it goes to zero. I would say it's a handy little feature though, if you want to, say, boost another set of earphones. The M25s are a clear winner in terms of audio. The bass is actually present and rugged, providing a much fuller sound than any other pair in this haul. It's not too heavy or super impactful though, and it is a bit rugged sounding when it comes to hip hop tracks. No, that bass is not smooth at all, but the highs are certainly quite great. You do get nice highs, real crisp audio, with the mid-levels that sit excellently well balanced. The sound seal is good too, thanks to the replaceable ear tips, and spare ear tips are indeed included. The fitment of the M25 earphones are very nice, although people with smaller ears might have an issue, but it does depend on if you swap out the ear tips. I personally do like the design of the earphones, and when it comes to the touch controls, they have a very easy to blindly locate panel, and those touch controls comprise of one press on either earphone for the play, pause, call, answering function, 2 taps on either earphone for the previous and next track selection, although those touch controls again are opposite to each other, so if you press the left earphone it will go to the next track, and if you tap the right earphone twice it will go to the previous track, and that is the same with the volume controls too. 3 taps for the volume controls, with a 2-second hold on either earphone for the voice assist function. Yeah, the touch controls are slightly mixed matched, but you know what, workable. The mic quality does have the second best pickup out of all of the earphones that we've tested from Temu.
But again, one standout feature is the microphones on the M25s. The microphone pickup is quite crisp and clear. I wouldn't say better than the new Senyang earphones, but they certainly come second place when it comes to making any type of voice calls, video calls. And again, no ENC I'm afraid. And there's no ANC too, but again, those ear tips do provide quite adequate passive noise isolation.
Usage time? We got 1 hour 49 minutes use, which is a bit short, but again, the case will rapidly charge the earphones in around about 47 minutes. But because these M25s today are top of our list when it comes to the lowest price earbuds bought from the Temu website, we have gave them a quite pleasing 6 out of 10. But I will note that if you're going to pay a low price for your earphones, you pay for what you get, and it is certainly quite a gamble. That is, unless you're paying above the £10 price mark. In conclusion, the M25s are easily the top pick for the lowest priced earbuds on Temu in 2026. While purchasing at this price point is always a gamble, the M25s proves that you can occasionally find the diamond in the rough if you look closely. Categorizing and testing all of these earphones has been an intense process, but I hope this guide helps you navigate the budget market. If you want to check some of these earphones out for yourself, I've left most of the links in the video description down below. But if you've actually managed to get your hands on some of these earphones, list which ones you have in the comment section down below and tell me your experience. I'll be intrigued to know. Or furthermore, if you want to go ahead and note a specific budget set of earphones from the Temu website that have served your needs and is surprisingly quite good, list them. I'll definitely take a look, and hopefully I'll review them on our channel and give you a quick shout out. How about that? But why don't give me a shout out? Like this video, share it wherever possible, and subscribe. It's free to do, but make sure you hit that bell notification option so you guys stay updated on our brand new uploads. Now, speaking of uploads, our 2024 Temu Earphone Haul review video, that video shown on the screen just now. But if you wait a little bit longer, we've got another interesting review that I certainly hope you'll click. But until next time, I'll see you all in a bit. Peace.